Gamers, welcome back to another Tuesday night stream, and a very special one at that. It's me, your boy, JTV Live, TheSponchMaster, here once again with some more Planet Coaster 2. And not just any Planet Coaster 2. We got a new update, and we got a new DLC to play around with. I'm very excited. We got a whole new theme, new coasters to play with, new stuff to fool around with, and I've been working on a new theme park that will be the perfect place to showcase all of this. But before we get into that, I did want to do a little bit of a construction update because I've also been working on Oakwood Point offline quite a bit, actually. I've been going crazy at this park. So we'll just do like a quick construction update, so it'll probably be a while before we get back to this park. But yeah, I've gotten all of these flags and stuff all figured out and done, all of the lighting and stuff. I finished the theming on all of these little extra buildings off to the side, and then also added like landscaping and foliage just to make these paths a lot more like lived in and feel a lot more natural. And then over here, I also went ahead and themed out this coaster station. So it's now called Excalibur, and it's got this really cool coaster sign. And then also over here, go ahead and play, I added music everywhere, and then I also added this themed chair swing. And the cool thing about these buildings is you can find all of them on my workshop, linked down in the description below. If you want to put these buildings in your theme park, if you see something and you're like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed, feel free to download them and play around with them in your own theme park. And then also over here, I finally fucked around a bunch and figured out a layout for this family launch coaster. So we now got this cool launch coaster kind of going through here, snaking through all these buildings. I haven't quite finished the theming. We have these three buildings left to theme, but to be honest, I kind of got sick of placing these little fucking beams everywhere. So we're kind of chilling out from that now. But yeah, we'll go ahead and hop on this ride just so you guys can see it, since it's a new coaster. And also it's fun to start off with a POV, you know, since most of the night we'll be building a coaster. It's gonna do this thing. All right, here we go. Got a nice block zone. And then like a 3-stage launch here. I still kind of need to fix that last turnaround. It's uber janky. But overall, I think it came out pretty nice. I'm happy with it. I think it's good. So I'm happy to close the book on that. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on offline. Just a lot of theming these buildings, making them consumer ready, if you will, and then just going through and capstoning all this coasters. But now that we've gone, oh, also I built this fucking parking lot. It's not finished yet, but I spent a lot of time going through and actually making a parking lot for our parking lot coaster. Added the fence, added all these lines. Obviously, we got handicap parking, and I'm gonna make more, because a theme park probably needs more than 6 handicap spots. I'm just guessing. I don't really know, but I would assume so. So I'll probably make these as well. And then I think over here, I'm gonna do a parking garage. So that's kind of the overview of the plans we got working for Oakwood Point. So now that that's all set aside, I got something exciting for tonight. I have been working. This has been a long time coming, but I finally started work on a studio park. The reason it took so long is because I knew it would be a bitch to set up and that theming it was going to be super complicated and super difficult because we have to have set dressing, big buildings, yada, 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 all that kind of stuff. And then also, I've never done like city buildings, but this is my first attempt at it. So this is JTV Studios, themed off of the Warner Brothers lot in Los Angeles. So here we have the kind of gate and the walls, and eventually I'm gonna have these go all the way out, but you can see they kind of just end here and then end over here. And then coming in, we got this. This is the main thoroughfare here. Over to the right, we got some warehouse storage buildings and also just some vehicles. I made these little golf carts to kind of drive around. And again, all of these are also on the workshop as well. Golf carts, got these little like ambulance trucks, and then a sponge colored tour bus. And then over here, I have these cast trailers. So every studio building will have these little cast trailers. You can see more of them over here as well. And then as far as the theming goes, we have this lovely cafe here, themed to the cafe on the Warner Brothers lot that you can see in La La Land. We got, the benches, and then inside, we have some movie posters on the wall, and then also just playing some movie trailers on the TV screens just to kind of fit the vibe. So we got Star Wars, Mad Max Fury Road, Inside Out, and Avengers Infinity War. I tried to give a nice little smorgasbord. And then same with like the movie posters. It's just kind of a random assortment of movies that I like. Then moving on to the other side of the street, I've got this sort of city corner set dressing. You can see these are all just facades. They have scaffolding and stuff holding them up back here. But this one has a little functioning gift shop right inside with some more movie posters of just movies that I like. And I need to download more. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is coming along so far. The last two things we got is this is a familiar city hall. This is the city hall from Back to the Future. Has more windows than the real one, but that doesn't really matter. And then up here, I don't know if we'll get to see it because I have it set to every 2 minutes, but let me go ahead and just change it to every 12 seconds. Up in the lightning rod here, you can see there's sparks coming out of it. And then I have a firework that every 2 minutes does this. Isn't that cool? It's kind of it's supposed to kind of evoke the feeling of the lightning strike. Just to add some dynamics to the park. So let's go ahead and shut this off. Put it back at 120 seconds. Done. And then last, I have, these are just buildings based off the buildings in the East Village. I was kind of trying to do like a rent sort of thing. And as you can see, I'm really struggling with how to do the lower levels down here. I kind of just have painted wood that I definitely need to change out and just random signage. But yeah, that's what we've got in the studio park. I have plans for these buildings, but we'll get to that later because I am going to build a coaster. And we're going to build one of the new type coasters. They've got the... Shit, I should know the actual coaster name. Hold on. Hold on. I need to look like I know what I'm talking about. Everybody pretend this isn't happening. No, I'm not Googling it. I'm not Googling the name of the actual coaster model. Hold on. Because I know what it's called in-game, and I can't think of the actual... All right. They added the Intamin Blitz coaster. I can't believe I couldn't think of the word Blitz. It's called the Outamax Raid coaster in-game. And they also added the Hagrid's motorbike coaster. Here it is, Outamax LSM Raid. They also added the motorbike coaster, but I'm gonna be saving that. I think I might do that as one of the indoor coasters. Because one of these studio buildings is going to house a flying theater flat ride, and then I'll probably build a back section to do something differently. The other one's probably going to house a water park, and then one of them's going to house a coaster, and the coaster is probably going to be that. But this one, I want to start it inside the city hall. So as you can see, the inside is just an empty shell because I knew I would want to put something in here. So what I think I'm gonna do is like this. Let me get it at the right height. We're gonna put it here. That we need to center more. Here, let's get a bird's eye view. There we go. That looks about right. Okay, so we have that. And I'm gonna have the spike come out over here. So we gotta get rid of that. Edit this building. We come here. Go straight. It's gonna be like these two. So it needs to exit there for the spike. Okay. Let's see. So we got to start it out with an initial launch. We'll just do max for that. Okay. Put it like this. I love the noise. That's such a good noise. Down. Go. Okay, this can be tighter. It needs to be more like that. Let's see what it's doing. Something like this, I think. And then come down. Swap sides. Nice. This is kind of a wild helix. Boom. That. Then. How's that doing? That. How are we doing? I don't think we're gonna have enough speed to get up the bump we need. So we need quite a big bump. Okay, so let's rethink this a bit. And obviously we'll have doors there. Think like that. This. Okay, 3.5 Gs is pretty good. Yo, what's up, Robo? Yeah, they just updated it today and they added a new DLC. That's what we're playing with. And, well, I guess I just also answered your second message. I didn't see it at the time. It's 600. It's not, you say mostly scenery, but I think it's like 300 new scenery pieces. And then 3 new roller coaster types and 3 new flat rides. I believe there's 3. There might only be 2 new flat rides, but I think there's 3. So. And I gotta say, pretty reasonably priced. It was only 12 bucks. And you know I've just been itching to give them money, so I would have paid any amount for it, but it was nice that it wasn't a lot. I was expecting 15 because that's like the standard, but I haven't checked out the scenery pieces yet. I wanted to hop right into the coaster. Like, a big reason this park is so developed is I've literally just been killing time waiting for this roller coaster to drop so I could do something with it. I'm kind of making up this element as I go along, but okay, this needs to be bigger. Three. This. Ooh. It's called the get me up to where I need to be in a weird way element. And I'm gonna have to delete it because I just saw the laterals move up to 3, which is like wildly unreasonable. So that just means we need to do more stuff before we enter the building again. Because essentially, the end result we're trying to get to is having a swing launch above the station here. So that way we can have a spike coming up the back of this building. Because I think that would look pretty cool. And then the rest of the element kind of filling out this space and then part of this space so that there's less buildings I have to build. Essentially, yeah. Okay, that's all good still. Okay, wait, that's kind of crazy. Hold on. Boom. Okay. We got... Okay. And we'll have to alter this wall, but altering this wall is a very easy thing to do. I made it in sequences, so it's pretty quick. Okay. Let's see. Chicken and cheese. Okay, cool. We can go tighter. I need to. Okay. So then now, somehow... Okay. Yes, okay. And then have it go the other way. Okay. Okay. Now it's the fun part. Ready? Okay. Almost. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Oh, okay, cool. We can change the angle on some of these. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, they got rotating tracks and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, flat switch track. Okay, now we're going too long. Something like this. Wait, no, that's a turntable. What's this? Flat pass by switch, rear right split, enter curve, enter backward. Enter curve, exit backwards. Oh, we need to be facing the other direction, don't we? I'm trying to think. Yeah. Okay. Well, I just wasted a bunch of time and then also made things way more complicated than I needed to, because now we can just come back here and do what we were originally doing, do some airtime hills back here, and then get it in that way. And I think that will be the move. So if I come down here... Okay, 3.8's a bit pushing it, so we'll come down like this. This. Boom. Okay. Like this. Okay. Too many lateral G's. Kind of got myself to a bit of a pickle. You forgot the pickle. Sorry. I still think of that fucking SpongeBob episode every time I think of pickles. Just Bubble Bass, the... You forgot the pickles. I wish there was a way to make that a sound alert for my channel, but it's so incongruous to the rest of my content that I don't think there's any way to make it work. Okay. So now... no, have it go... Okay. Maybe we need to start it here. Think switch track left. No. 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 Switch enter straight, exit straight. No, that's not what we want. We do want something like this. But out here. So what if I did this, then came in? Okay, no. No. Oh, this? Okay, yeah. Essentially this. But we need it. Okay, so what's this one? Pass by switch, rear left, split, exit curve, exit straight. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to remember that, but... come back like this. Like this. Okay. Okay, now we just need it to be lower. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So close. So close. Oh, I can't smooth that? Okay. Okay, so maybe not something quite that extreme. Okay. These are all so close. Okay, maybe if we just build this and then connect back to it. That's what we gotta do. That's what I gotta do at this point. Is just get the piece in... Get the right piece in the right position and then work backwards. I think that's gonna be the goal. So if I come back to here... No. Not quite. Come back here. Damn it. I keep doing that. Go here. No, that's not right. That's also not right. Nope. Not this one. Not this one. This one. Not this one. Okay. Yeah, I think it's... Dude, getting this in the right spot is so fucking difficult. Okay, yes, 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 yes. This is what I want. Okay, okay, okay. This is like almost exactly where I want it to be. It's not quite... Oh my gosh, it is almost perfectly centered out. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Hopefully this is the piece that does what I want it to. That would be quite unfortunate. And it also doesn't quite line up, but I am not going to do anything about that. Nope. Damn it. Am I able to just... Oh, I'm not able to just move this? That would be rad. I mean, it's not having it centered with that building is just gonna irk me, but... Oh, it's really gonna irk me. Okay, so... right here... Nope. It's also hard because, like, I don't, like, have the menu quite figured out yet. You know what I mean? So that's the other thing that kind of makes it a little difficult. Like, I'm sure if I could remember, like, what the actual pieces do, or, like, remember what piece I'm looking for, this would probably be a lot easier. Okay, that looks alright. Okay. Okay, so if we're coming in like this... Okay. Because we can just, you know, this it. There we go. Okay, that works for me. So now... what do we got? Okay, yeah, this is just a pass-through. Pass-throughs before trigger, 1... Okay, we'll figure out what those numbers mean later. Okay. What if we came... here? And then what we can do is just add a fourth building here, and then this top hat will be almost centered with it. Okay. It needs to be, yeah, swing launch. Okay. And I think going up to 80 will be fine. Just move down to 20. Doesn't need to be the world's craziest launch. The one thing that concerns me is there's no block zone. There needs to be a block zone. Aw. Yeah, it came out. Okay. So we do need to make a block zone somewhere in between these two launches, which makes the job of connecting them a little bit easier. We have to, there's less we have to worry about. Okay, yeah, we can have some fun with this. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Oh, okay. This is what? Deceleration 3 feet per second. All right, let's put that at like 20. And we want it to be like 13. 12 should be fine. Release speed. Turn that up. Okay. That's kind of fun. But nah, we're not going to do that. No! Oh no! Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. Let's play a sound to fit the mood. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen, if we're being honest. We'll get back there, gamers. Don't worry. We'll make it back in, no problem. No bit. No cap. I'm actually surprised the game didn't crash when we were doing all that bullshit with the actual Switch track. It doesn't help that this park's already like full to the brim and we haven't even started putting stuff in it, but it's fun. All right. It's no biggie. It's only a matter of time before I hit it big and get those big sponsorships so I can finally buy more RAM. So we'll be good. Okay. Okay. Not the worst. Not the worst spot to be in. So let's do a double up into the brake run. And let's be going more this way. Okay. Quite a bit of G's, but nothing like redonkulous. Give the guests a little teaser. I don't see anything wrong with that. Then turn off the optional catwalk. We're gonna go this 45. Sorry, guys. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Don't worry. Okay. Got it like that. Smooth that out. And then this is gonna need like giga smoothing. Okay. I want it to be more. I want it to be uber tilted. Okay. Okay, negative 60. let's see how that's working. It definitely doesn't need to be that tall, and we're definitely going to have to get rid of these supports. Okay, here it goes. Goes up there. Fun. Then that needs to be taller, obviously. Okay. Okay, so if we did it like that, come down here to this launch. Make it 80. A little less powerful. I think 80 might even be too fast, but all right, let's watch. Here it comes. Goes up. Oh no. Goes down. 1G, 2Gs. Goes backwards. 61 miles an hour. Still not high enough. That's a bummer. Okay. Okay. A 200-foot, a slightly beyond vertical spike is kind of diabolical because you can't tell from the ground, but you would 1000% be able to tell from the roller coaster. So let's see how we're doing. Okay, still got good G's. Still got good G's. Okay, and this could be shorter. Oh. Oops. Yeah, 1, and then it sets, and then 2, 3, and then it resets. Okay. That's fine. Okay. All right, now we can actually see what this swing launch does. Okay, perfect. Three. I think 1, 2 more. Boom. Looking at this from the ground is really cool too. And it goes up. And it comes down. And then it goes 72 miles an hour. Perfect. this. Okay. It's all working out pretty good so far. Uh, 30. Then 9. Now, what do I want it to go from here? Nah. We need to get it away from here. Maybe half loop wasn't the best idea. Maybe just a just a big ass, like a regular big ass loop. Oh. Oh, one of these? One of these? No, we're not going to do one of those. But we will do a big ass vertical loop. 145 feet? Or 146 feet. That's what I would call big ass. So if we go here. And then we need to get it back here somehow. I actually didn't think about how we're going to reattach. I mean, if we come in from over here. Actually didn't think. That's actually a big problem. That's a big problem now that I think about it. How am I going to get it from over here back to over here on this side? Okay, this but smaller. Too much. We went too high. Ah, 5. Okay, well, that's way too much. Boom. What's up, Shakatar? Welcome back to the chat. Always good to see you. For Halloween, you should change your name to Shockatober. Sorry, that was so dumb. Don't do that. Okay, this thing I made is kind of stupid, but let's see if it works. Excuse me. Bam. Okay. So now we're kind of back in the spot we want to be. And I'll worry about how to reconnect it to the station when we get there. But as of right now, I think we're good. I'll probably just have it come back around here. And I'll just move the wall to kind of come out this way. One of the reasons I made the wall modular is so it would be easier to do that. Ah, my knee's killing me, dude. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the weather. Whenever the weather starts changing, my knees are just like, ah! Ugh. Okay. And this is actually good, because now we can have it kind of swoop and do some funky shit over here. We love some funky shit. Okay. Okay. I think just 3. Okay. Yeah, I think just 2 is gonna be fine. No, that's not good. Do I know what Geometry Dash is? Of course I know what Geometry Dash is. I used to play it on my phone in middle school. I'm definitely gonna have to do custom supports through here, I think. Or at least get rid of some of them. Same with over here. I'm gonna have to get rid of these, all of these supports. Do something myself. Boom. Okay. I'm not super enthused about this layout, but but I think it's fine for now. It's kind of an awkward spot, but I think here and then having the new family type coaster over here would be pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I figured the lateral G's on that would be crazy. Sorry, everybody. Oh, I didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. It just doesn't work there. No. Damn, I'm really struggling with this. I mean, it's just an awkward placement for a coaster, if I'm being honest. But it's kind of the space we have to work with. And in a real theme park, that's how it would be. You would use the space you have to work with. I think we need to stay over here. Boom. Boom. There we go. That's what I want. keep everything to the side, because then when we place more buildings and stuff down along here, then we can have this part open. Kind of justify that. Like this. Also, to answer your question, Shakatar, no, I do not still play it. Sorry, my brain was running. Add particles? I might, but I don't want this coaster to be too busy. Because again, like, the idea of this park is it's like, it was a working film studio. So I kind of want to keep this front of the park coaster kind of low key. Because I feel like in an actual studio park, it would be. If that makes sense. And save the more, like, dynamic theming for the indoor coaster that I'm doing. Which, I don't know what movie I'm going to theme it to. I don't know what movie this is going to be themed to. Maybe Back to the Future, because it's in the Back to the Future building. This needs to be longer. Boom. $45. Yeah, essentially this is what I want. Okay. Okay. 4G sustained is not tenable. We cannot be putting our guests through 4G sustained for that long. That's like... It's wild. Okay, now see, this is a problem. $22. 45. Oh, damn it. It's still 2. Okay, yeah, so maybe Helix not doable here. Okay. Okay, we're doing good. Kind of doing like a weird like double 0G roll. It's kind of like a fun little element right here at the entrance. Boom. 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 Okay. We are so close to being done, gamers. This as well is probably going to have custom supports. Or maybe not have it right above the entrance. I'm struggling with this, gamers. This is a struggle. Here, let's do this. Let's start working backwards. Let's get this final break run sorted. Regular. Okay. That's where we need to end up. So that is our end point. Which now that we have that, it should now be a lot easier to just do this. Then we'll do a Cobra roll. We should have enough speed for that, I think. 5. Just like that. See, okay, we're going too long now. I'm thinking too big. Now that we know where we're ending up, I'm gonna do this. Here's where we'll do our little 00G roll. Boom. 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 Like this. Yo, what's up, Planet Coaster enthusiasts? I think you might have come to the right place. I don't know, though. You may see the way I'm playing and be like, I am suddenly unenthused. But how are you doing? Hope your Tuesday's going well. Okay, how do I get here? This is so hard. And part of it is I picked a fucked place to put this coaster, but this is like really upsetting. Maybe I'm just being too fancy. I'm just being too fancy with it. I just need to do a regular 0G roll. Maybe something else. Just like this. That's how the pros do it. Thank you. So now that I'm here, wave turn. Yeah, maybe a wave turn. How does that fly? Laterals are a bit rough, which just means just need to expand it a bit. Let's see. Hold on, I'm visualizing. Okay, I think I got it. Obviously, we're gonna have some trees to move. Okay, we got to rethink slightly. Okay, so now that we got there, here's what we got to do. I don't like coming out of a bank and then immediately banking in the same direction, though. So let's do this. Okay. This is better. Nope, like this. I am not going to do that, Poetic Coaster Enthusiast. This is kind of the opposite, but I feel like...
It feels like somebody wants to sell me something!
I feel like that's inappropriate. Because I am also broke. You have to remember, for me, the DLC is, it's an investment, really. That's the only reason I was able to justify buying it for myself. It's being like, no, it's an investment. It's totally gonna pay off for me. Okay, where am I? Okay, so that's where I need to get. Yeah, upward helix. Go down. Go down. Go down. Boom. How is it an investment? Because I'm telling myself that playing it the day it comes out is going to be good for my SEO. That's how it's an investment. I didn't say it was a good justification. I just said it was how I'm justifying it to myself. I made no claims to quality excuses. Okay, so this is pretty much done now. So now we get to do the fun part, which is going through the whole thing and smoothing all of these transitions out. Here. Okay, that should all be good. And then this is the first one we gotta really put some TLC into. This I remember smoothing already. This we can kind of give a little push to. All right, that's all good. This top hat could probably just use a good, it's like that, kind of widen it out. This is all, this definitely needs it. Do this one by threes. All the way through. Then did we go back? Oh, I don't remember going back through this, so I'm just going to do it now while I'm thinking about it. This. I don't know if this is the optimal way to smooth it, but this is just how I've always done it, so I'm going to keep doing it this way. Doing a one pass by 3 and then a pass in the other direction by 2 tends to work pretty well. Some of the more crazy some of the more crazy elements may need like more specified smoothing, but that tends to be what's worked for me. Doing good. And smoothing this element's just going to make sure that all the subtle banking changes and elevation changes kind of flow together. By 3. Back. Ah. Okay. Coming down here. I don't know why what that did, but it did something. I don't think it did anything. This. Back. Almost done, gamers. We've been working on this coaster for almost 2 hours. I'll get better at building these types of coasters eventually. And it'll be easier once I have one of these in like a normal ass theme park and not like in this awkward backlot section. But as far as a backlot coaster goes, I think this one's pretty fun. This doesn't need too much, just essentially the main points, just like that. This. And then yeah. Like I said, this is, I mean, to be fair, this is like the 5th time we've built this coaster. This coaster's gone through so many on-the-fly redesigns. You are going to be moved over here. Your new home is right here. Yours is going to be right here. You get to live here now. Nope, you don't get to live there. I lied. You get to live here now. Congratulations. You get to live here. We can't put that in a place that's convenient for us, which is pretty fun. There. You there. Okay, where else? You. This we can't do anything with, unfortunately. So it's just kind of stuck like that. Okay. That should be safe. We can just check clearances. Yeah, that's safe. Okay. So now that the clearance is all good. I mean, not all good. Gotta get rid of these. Then obviously we'll have to do something about this. I'll just delete that. Hell yeah, easy. So now we have a problem here that I didn't even notice before. There we go. Okay, that all works enough for now for me. Color. What color? I need to look at the Back to the Future logo just so I can see it. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of cock blocking the POV at this point, Googling what the Back to the Future logo looks like. But, okay, it is orange and yellow. That's what I thought it was, but for some reason I thought there might have been something else in there. So, essentially, we'll just replace the green with yellow. The blue. We can keep the blue, and we'll replace the black with orange. Yeah, then let's like make the blue a little less saturated, and then we'll be good. I won't bother theming the coaster car or anything, because I do need to head out. My normal end time is 9, but we had to start an hour late today. So, this block section 3. Okay. Here we go, gamers. I'm gonna disappear. Pretty good first half. Here we go. Switch track. Nice. I think I definitely need to add some trims before that final brake run there. That was pretty rad. I think it's definitely not my best coaster. It is definitely not my best coaster. But I think for like a first attempt at this coaster type, I think it's pretty good. And the most important thing is, let's make sure Sure, the sight lines are all good. Yeah, I like that. A lot of it's kind of hidden from the main park view. Aside from obviously like these big elements, I'm gonna have to do custom supports on the top hat for sure, so we don't have those super obtrusive bits there. This is fun. This will be a fun place to watch because you get to watch both launches go in. But anyway, it is 9:56. It's getting late. It is a work night for me. I'll give a last little look over, but I think for a first attempt, this was really fun. I'm a fan. I haven't had a chance to look at any of the scenery pieces yet. I should probably do that. We'll probably do that tomorrow night. But for now, I think this is a great stopping point. So I will say thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, unless I need to stay late at work again, which is what happened tonight. But as of right now, it's going to be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, with some more Planet Coaster 2, checking out the scenery pieces, doing some stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely come check that out. Best way to make sure you don't miss any of the streams is, of course, to subscribe. I go and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I go live. I go live Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, 4 times a week at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I won't be live this Friday or this Sunday. I'm going on vacation, but normally that's the typical schedule. And I post a new video every weekend. This past weekend was Subnautica Part 6. Go check that out. And this upcoming weekend is going to be, I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out, but it's going to be something. Make sure you like the videos, hit subscribe, all of those things. Bye-bye. I actually had fun. Thank you so much. Only been here 10 minutes. I'm glad you had fun. I try my best. I really do. But I hope to see you guys all tomorrow night. I hope you guys have a wonderful hump day, wonderful rest of your Tuesday. I'll catch you guys all on the next stream. Stay sponge, gamers.